Hey guys, good morning. I'm at the airport here in Raleigh, getting ready to head to Florida to help with Christina and Bash. And Nick has a gig in Atlanta, so he's got to fly back for the weekend. And then he'll be back on Sunday, and then I come back on Monday. It occurred to me as I was coming into the airport this morning on how much I let little things slow me down and stop me. And I was thinking about Bash, and he's had 2 leg surgeries, basically incisions from the top of his hip down to below his calf. And the first one was really tough. And the whole goal of those surgeries was to get him to bend to 90 degrees. And if you can imagine having a surgery like that on one leg, and then like 2 weeks later having it on the second leg, that's more than most adults certainly endure. I've never endured anything like that. And it occurred to me that sometimes I make excuses for myself and don't have the courage and don't really do the things that I know I need to do. And I am committed to showing up at a much more powerful level for myself and for my family. And I'm just curious if you guys let fear or laziness get in the way like I do sometimes. It really is about doing the things that need to be done, and all too often I think we make excuses. We get in our own way. We have that fear that sits in, that laziness that sits in, that lack of discipline that sits in. And I just want to applaud Nick and Christina, Bash's parents, for having a vision to get their son to be able to bend his knees, maybe with hopes of, one day riding a bicycle. Pretty easy thing for you and I to think about doing, but see, Bash can't do that kind of stuff. And I got to tell you, I know Amy kind of warned me there's going to be lots of tears, lots of crying, lots of screaming, because he actually is going through 6 hours of therapy per leg per day. Can you imagine that? He's going to be in that machine, getting his leg to bend and extend 6 hours a day. Incredibly painful scenario. And I think the fear of doing that right now is one of the struggles that Bash has right now, that Amy, Christina, and Nick are really trying to help him work through. But it's a challenge. So it's no different than you building your business, or you're doing Facebook Lives and you have this fear of what people are going to say, or are you going to be cool enough on video, or are you going to blow it? Comparing what Bash is going through to doing a Facebook Live, or to calling a prospect, or approaching somebody about your product or your business, there's really no comparison. And I want you to show up in a much more powerful way. And if you've never really experienced or seen anything like what Bash is going through, I encourage you to visit a children's hospital. About a month or so ago, I did a run for, it was a fundraiser and a support scenario for kids and parents, kids going through cancer. And these are little kids. Like 18-month-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old going through chemo and radiation. And oh my gosh, can you even imagine the courage that takes? But again, you do what you got to do. And that goes back to the why. Why do we do what we do? Why are we entrepreneurs? Why are we trying to create a better quality of life for ourselves? A lot of people aren't interested in that. If you're not, that's okay. But those of you who are, you want to create more for your family, you want to create more for your children or grandchildren or yourself or a church or an organization, I just applaud you. If you got value out of this, leave me a comment below, and you can hit the like button, love button, wow button, or hate button, or whatever it is. No, don't hit the hate button. They don't have one of those. I don't think I've ever hit the angry button, because I just don't believe in putting that negative energy out there. But I do want to hear from you guys. I do want to hear about your struggles, your challenges, and then what do you do to really overcome those? So whether you're on the live or whether you're watching a replay here on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever you're seeing this, I'd like to know, how do you handle inaction? How do you find the courage sometimes to do the things that you don't really want to do? and how do you set an example for other people to follow? I just appreciate you guys showing up. I appreciate who you are and what you're about, and please keep Bash and the family in your thoughts and prayers as we go through this journey. And it's getting better every day, but there's certainly a lot of pain, as you can imagine. Not one knee and leg surgery, but two. And the doctors say that when he's a teenager, he'll probably have to have a full knee replacement to get the mobility and the flexibility that they want. So again, it's a tough journey. It's his journey. We all have our own journeys. We get to decide how we respond to it. So I want to invite you guys to have a little bit more courage, maybe than you have in the past, to try to show up in a way that allows you to create more results. You have greatness inside you. I absolutely know that. You have potential that is untapped, and you just need to figure out how in the world can you master the things that are slowing you down and holding you back. Don't play small, play big. Take risks. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid of skinning your knees, because a skinned knee is nothing like having 2 leg surgeries and being in the hospital when you're 8 years old. Actually, Bash was in the hospital on his birthday. It's a lot for a little guy, but that's his journey. Your journey is different than my journey versus his, and Nick and Christina's. Just imagine the courage that it takes and the vision that it takes that Nick and Christina have to want a lot for their son. What do you want for your family? Are you playing small, or are you willing to do the hard things, to have the self-discipline that you need to create more abundance, prosperity in your life? So hopefully I got you thinking this morning. If you want to be part of a positive community, I invite you to go to my Facebook page, which is prosperitywithterry.com, or you can do a search for it if you're on Facebook. But if you're seeing this video on YouTube or LinkedIn, check it out, prosperitywithterry.com. Like the page, join the group. I have a coaching group where we talk about mindset, we talk about marketing, we talk about sales strategies, and building wealth. The best way to help the poor is to not be one. So check that out. That website is theprosperousnetworker.com. Answer the questions. You answer the questions, you can be part of the group. If you don't answer the questions, you won't be part of the group. I just like to get to know people a little bit better. So again, comment on this video, like this video, and have a great day. I'll keep you posted over the weekend. Hopefully I'll be able to do this. But Amy already warned me it's not going to be a fun weekend. But I appreciate you. Have a great one. Until we talk again. Bye-bye for now.